YouTube, Miller Corner here, and welcome to the first video of 2018. That's right, the new year is finally here, and it's going to be an epic year for the Miller Corner channel. I've got a lot planned and a lot of adventures to take you on this year. Now I thought what I'd do, since we finished off last year with a sort of 2017 review, I thought I'd start this year off with a preview of what's to come. But since I can acknowledge that watching me talk about what I'm going to be doing for a few minutes can be a little bit boring if you're not doing something else, I thought I'd spice it up a little bit by showing off a couple of car-related Christmas presents that I got. For a start, there's this awesome Seicento t-shirt that I'm wearing, which I got as well as some other Fiat and Abarth-related clothing that you'll be seeing very soon on the channel. But the main thing that I'm going to be using to kind of spice up this video is this. Now this is from my good mate Ed that I got, so if you're watching, cheers for this mate. This is a Lego Bugatti Chiron, that's right. To sort of add to this video a little bit of me telling you what's coming this year, I'm also going to be building this Lego Bugatti Chiron on camera. Now I know that obviously you can't see that much from that camera angle. I've also got this camera here, my little GoPro setup, to give you a full view of what I'm going to be building, so we can get a preview of what's coming this year and you get to build a Lego Bugatti Chiron. Oh look, there we go, look. Oh, there we go. Big sort of bag of bits. Oh, more bits. We got oh no. Oh, just look at this. Look, can you see it? Look at these stickers. I've got to put all those on. Oh my god, this instruction manual's massive. Right, let's crack on then, I suppose. We've got a lot to do. Put the little man together. Where's the little man? So the first thing that I'm going to be doing this year, and something that I definitely want to talk about, is travelling, because you may remember back in 2016 I actually did the epic road trip. Those of you that know how big the south of England is, you'll know that from Canterbury to Margate, not actually that big of a journey. The video was pretty epic. It was over 20 minutes long and it was my most popular video to date, and thank you all so much for supporting the video, but it wasn't actually that epic of a road trip, to be fair. It wasn't actually that lengthy. So this year, one plan that I have got is to do some more travelling. I'm going to go on a couple of really big trips into Europe because I want to go and do some exploring. I want to take the Super Seicento out, I want to see some sights, and I want to take you with me. So I've actually got some plans in the new year to hopefully to go into Europe for some things, to go to some car shows in Europe. So that is definitely a plan for 2018. We're going to go into Europe. We're going to go on some massive road trips. If you thought that the previous road trip was quite sizable, made for a good video, this next one is going to be absolutely enormous. I'm not going to say anything just yet because I don't want to give too much away, but I am excited to take you with me into Europe for some epic road trips, to see lots of different countries, to see some sights, and to learn a bit more about foreign car culture in 2018. The next thing that I want to concentrate on for 2018 is kind of continuing a theme of what we've been doing in 2017. That was going to car shows, because I went to a lot last year. There was the Corbeau Open Day, there was CarCon at Dub Customs, there was the various Surrey car meets, and of course there was the Pistonhead Sunday service. So I want to do that, definitely. I want to go to some more car shows. I want to go and see some different types of cars as well. I've done a modified car show, the Corbeau meet. I've done a kind of anything and everything meet like the Surrey car meet is. I want to do something a bit more specific, so I might go to some Italian shows, particularly where my little Super Seicento fits in, and just talk about Fiats because that's what we do. A lot of different specific car cultures is what's going to be happening in terms of shows I'm going to, because that could be definitely very good fun. Go and talk to some people and say, you know, what do they like about specific cars? What attracts people to a particular type of car? And that's what makes the car community cool. We don't all like the same things. And yeah, that causes arguments on the internet, but you know what? We have a laugh. We've all got the same passion. So I think it's going to be cool to go to some meets for cars that aren't necessarily relevant to what I own. So not necessarily Fiat or Italian car shows, but potentially to go to some other types of shows. Maybe go to some French car shows, or go and see some Ford meets or something like that, to get an idea of what other people like about their sorts of cars, because that's another thing I want to do with the channel this year, is explore a bit of culture, both a bit of worldwide culture and a bit of car culture as well. So learn a bit more about what other people like, what cars do it for you, and that's what I want to know. What sort of cars do you like? What sort of car shows do you think I should go to? So if there's some car shows coming up this year, some meets that you would like to see me turn up to, film and do some coverage of and kind of experience, let me know in the comments. What are some car shows coming up in 2018 you want to see Miller Corner coverage of? So that has got to go onto there. I can't tell. How the hell? What? That goes on there, and this goes on here to join these two together. It doesn't look like a Bugatti Chiron yet, I'm not going to lie. I also want to potentially do something to do with car news. I'm thinking about potentially doing something car news related. So people go, oh, this has happened in car news just recently, or here's an update, here's this shocking event. Like when I talked about the death of Diesel last year. That was definitely a controversial video, shall we say, but I really enjoyed making that. Because I sort of voiced my opinions on stuff. Would you like to see more of that? Would you like to see me sort of doing updates on car news, talk about car news, give my thoughts on what's going on in the automotive world? Because the car world's changing a lot at the moment. There's lots of new stuff, lots of exciting things being released, lots of people doing awesome stuff. Would you like to see me talking about car news? Would you like to see, you know, discussion, this happened in the news, this car's awesome, or this news is controversial, or this thing's happening? And whether it's about new car news or about new government rules against pollutions, because God knows there's going to be a lot of those, maybe stuff like that, would you like to see some more of that action potentially? Let me know, because I want to know, of course, what you want to see. This channel is about you as much as me, and I want to make what you want to watch. I've slightly ballsed that up, that's okay. 9 times out of 10 with Lego, you think you've done it wrong, you correct what you think is a mistake, put it together, and it turns out it wasn't wrong. And talking about building, of course, there's no better time, I suppose, to talk about builds, to talk about the Super Seicento, because that little thing is coming back big time in 2018. I've already bought loads of new parts that are going to be on the way. I've been speaking to people on different forums and different owners groups, because I am very much ready to do lots of awesome stuff, because it is already a brilliant little car. There's been loads of great progress on it, but I want to do lots more to it. There's going to be a lot more this year. I'm stoked. I won't lie to you. I'm absolutely really, really excited, because I know what's coming. That is my ultimate goal, is to make it a performance machine. It is already an awesome little thing. All we've got to do is make it fast now, because we've made it look good. All the cosmetic mods to the Super Seicento, we've made it look good. And I'm happy with how it's looking right now. I won't lie to you, it's taken a while. There's been a lot to think about and a lot to sort out in terms of parts for the little thing. There's been a lot of finding parts, which for a slightly older car that's not that common to modify, that can be difficult. I won't lie to you, finding parts has been a bit of a nightmare. There's not that many people working on them in the UK. That's the sad reality of it. There's not that many people doing Seicento stuff or making parts for them, which of course means that those of us that are going to struggle a little bit to find parts. Speaking of finding parts, sorry, it's taken me ages to find like 3 bits. The next video after this, all going to plan, the next video of 2018 will be a new Super Seicento episode. That's right, it is back. We're doing a big upgrade for the performance of the car, building it up to the point where it's going to get more power. There is a major upgrade coming to the car, and it will be the next episode, and it's going to be landing next week, so stay tuned for that. The Super Seicento series is back in 2018. Get excited, people. Big things for the car this year. That is the other thing I wanted to mention, because for those of you that hadn't yet worked it out, I am now doing regular uploads. That's right, I'm now making it a thing that 5 o'clock every Friday is the regular upload time. 5 o'clock every Friday is the definitive upload time. So set that. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to click the subscribe button so you know when new episodes are coming, and hit the bell icon so you're notified as soon as a new Miller Corner video comes out, because I'm going to be uploading now on every Friday, 5 o'clock, there will be a new Miller Corner video. Oh, I've broken it. It's all gone wrong. So I chose the bit with studs on the top. I was supposed to get the bit with studs on the bottom. And that happens with Lego instructions. Either you glance at them and don't pay attention, like what I did, or you grab the wrong pieces, because the instructions aren't always quite what they could be. It's all starting to make sense now as to why nothing was fitting properly. You have probably at this point already commented to say, oh, you're an idiot and you can't build Lego models properly. Well, I'm sorry, I don't do this very often. There's a little... I know what this is going to be. Is this going to be the light strip on the back of the car? Because that is really cool if it is. Because the Chiron's got like a red strip, like the whole rear light takes up the whole back of the car. That's so cool! I'm amazed. I'm sorry, I don't build Lego very often. I'm impressed by the smallest of things. This isn't a metaphor for my car, by the way, or at least I really hope this isn't a metaphor for my car, in that I just sort of guess it goes wrong and then we do it again. I do like Lego. It's just a really expensive hobby to have. This coming from a guy who not only is a car enthusiast but has a project car, Lego is an incredibly expensive hobby. I tend to spend my money on car parts. That's the great thing about life. You don't always have to be into the same things as everyone else. It's not just with the car scene, it's with hobbies in general. I understand that not everyone's into cars, and that's totally cool. And that's why the car scene's great. You got people into muscle cars, you got people into JDM cars, you got people into Euro stuff and all the German scene and that. You got people like me doing stuff with 15-year-old Fiats, and that's what I love about the car scene, is everyone does their own thing and everyone has a good time, and that's really cool. I'm not trying to be better than everyone else. I want to show you my perspective on cars, what I like, what I'm into. Come along for the ride, because if you like what you've seen so far, there's going to be more of that this year. That's the best way I can sort of demonstrate what 2018 is going to be like for the channel. I'm going to be doing more of what I've done before, but it's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, it's going to be faster, it's going to be more fun, and I'm going to drop more Lego. I want to do more with you. I know that I've got some fantastic subscribers who've got some awesome cars, and they're really, really supportive of the channel, and I want to meet some of you. I want to meet you, I want to talk to you, I want to see your cars, and I think we should all just have a laugh, just have a good time, because again, that's what cars are about. It's about sharing experiences with people. I want 2018 to be a year of experiences, to do lots of awesome new stuff, and I'm going to take you on the adventure with me. I am just so stoked for everything we're going to be getting up to this year. It's so exciting. Now, I acknowledge that building this Lego Bugatti is going to take a little bit longer than explaining what's to come for the channel this year, so we're actually going to now jump to when this is fully built. Well, that was the plan, but unfortunately pretty much immediately after filming that, I had to go to work. So I did, and then I carried on building when I came home. I'm going to apologise now for the frankly crap hair you're about to see, but after just a few more minutes of building, it is done. Look at that, a Lego Bugatti Chiron. How awesome is this thing, right? And I love how they've captured a lot of the little details of the real thing in a Lego model, which can sometimes be kind of hard to do. Stuff like the fact that the front end slopes down, and there's those little intakes inside the door kind of slots, and the fact the spoiler goes up and down, and even the fact they've captured the sort of whole width of the car light bar with a red elastic band, which is a little bit cheaty, you could argue, but I think it's really, really cool. And all things considered, this is a brilliant model. It was good fun to build, and overall I would say this thing is absolutely awesome. As is 2018 going to be for the Miller Corner channel, because to recap, lots of adventures and road trips, hopefully going into Europe, going big time with the Super Seicentos's performance modifications, and going to loads of wonderful and weird car shows to explore car culture across Europe, and hopefully more across Britain. And somewhere in there I hope to fit in meeting some of you and your awesome cars as well. So if you want to follow me on all my automotive adventures in 2018, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and also the bell icon, because then you'll be notified as soon as I release a new video. You can also stay up to date with what I'm filming and when I'm filming on Instagram and on Twitter, and I am hugely excited for all that is to come, and I hope that you will be following me on this adventure. For now though, thanks so much for watching everybody, and have a brilliant rest of your day. Catch you very soon, and have a good one.